joebiline here. Today we're going to open a freeze bundle because basically I need to get Fabio Cointreau. I want to do a full freeze squad and we've got them all. Didn't mean to click on Diablo there. Apart from Fabio Cointreau, the left back, EA sent us over Sanchez for the purpose of doing the squad builder video. I didn't need him yet, but with them being out of office since last week for Christmas and New Year, they sent them to me at the start because I thought I'll get the rest of them then when they were I can get the Sanchez later. So he's just been sitting in my reserve waiting. We've got the Ascendrini, we've got the Palhinio, we've got the Gades, we've got numerous Sahins. We got him like 5 times in a row before we got new else. We've got Almeida, we've got IR, we've got Barat, we've got Bolly, and we've got Nunez. But Cointreau escapes us. Cointreau's the last guy we need to do a full free squad with them all. So I thought we'll open a pack. I didn't really want to spend 10,000 of what we've got on another freeze bundle because we've just got a few days left really of the freeze promo till the 2nd of January. And it's pretty much winding down. Obviously, we've got a few days left of the gifts, which hopefully good. I'm hoping the Team Heroes returns just because it's exciting, and also more skill boosts. This event's been so good for skill boosts. To say in the store 500 skill boosts is at 10,000 FIFA points. How many skill boosts would you guys say you've probably got out of this event? On this account, my main account, I've probably got close to 5,000-10,000. And on my free-to-play account, I've probably got 3,000 or so. It's been absolutely unreal. And if you put that into FIFA points in the store worth, it's been crazy. The event at first, we'll jump into the bundle as we're talking, but to me, I think this freeze event's been one of the best they've done, to be honest. It's definitely set a good tone for the year, because to be fair, New Year, we've got Elite straight away, but there's 3 freeze items, so no player in here. It's just skill boosts after that. So 3 freeze items. If we don't get if we only get 2 freeze items at the start, we know we're getting. Oh no players in here then. So that's how that goes. Obviously we suss that out early doors. To be fair, the promos so far this year, well, the ones with events, should I say? Because obviously there's still been the November, which was pack only, and I imagine we'll get it to and fro where we'll occasionally get the pack only events, which this year essentially just gated behind FIFA points. If that happens, I guess it's one of the ones you just look at it and you move on. There's no point spilling milk over it. Just move on. They happen. That's where they make a lot of the money from. And then they'll do these events where there's the event element to it and the free-to-play element along with the packs. 2 gift points. Okay, gift points only in here. This isn't happening, is it? We're not going to get Cointreau, are we? He's only, 80 rated? He's one of the lower ones, so we should. It should be one of the easiest ones to pull. Got 3 gold gift points, so nothing else in here. I keep getting distracted. So yeah, this event's been brilliant. Like, at the start, it seemed a bit like, okay, one thing I must say, the Sanchez to get just seems out of reach apart from spending a ridiculous amount, like a high ridiculous amount. Those 2 nodes next to it at the start, it was like, okay, 1,000 skill boosts and 2.5 million coins. Is that achievable? Is that what we're aiming towards? And then it quickly appeared that actually it's the snowflake with the gifts that the money make. It was almost like the Sanchez nodes on that temperature screen were like a red herring. Made you think, okay, this is what we're looking for out of it. But the beauty and joy of it is coming from grinding the 1 stamina event for 2,500 coins and a chance at a skill booster XP and the freezing all balling points each time. I've made so many coins from doing that on my free-to-play account. A ridiculous amount. So that's been really good and positive. Just adding those up. Oh, no players are coming, are they? It's not happening. I do want to hear your comments about what you thought about freeze in the comments below. But to me, I've been really impressed with it. As it moves on, it's sort of just got better as the promos moved on. With the main point of it, I suppose we're on like a peak. We're on like the burnout of it now. You've got to think about the first few days with the build up towards it. Like, it could have been laid out a little bit clearer, we thought at first, because at first I was a bit confused, and then it became apparent a few days in how it was going to work and what we was actually working towards. And then we got to the 24th to the 26th when the bonus gifts were coming in hourly, and that's when it showed us like, oh, these are all coming, this is good, this is nice. We saw that they got repeated a lot, so everyone had chances to get all of them. And now we're on the dailies of it, so we know they're all getting repeated through. So I think it's worked really well in terms of improving your squad for coin, skill boost, XP. Not so much for players. I do think the one thing that's let freeze down is that there's not really been many players to achieve for your squad. Your squad's sort of like, you may have 1 or 2 frees most in your team potentially, but one of the great things is that it sort of ended up combining with La Liga rivalries at the same time, which La Liga rivalries was a million times better this year than it was last year. Last year, I took one look at it. Sorry, I pretty much ignored La Liga rivalries last year. It just did nothing for me. I had no interest in La Liga rivalries last year, to be honest. It just looked like, I'm not bothered. This year, though, it's been great and it's improved teams. Like, that's where your players have come from. It's almost like La Liga rivalries and frees. Although there were 2 promos, they were kind of interconnected. Especially once Free started offering La Liga rivalry points. And everyone was like, oh, wait, I can get so many more players from this promo than I first thought. So that was really good. And people have improved their team player-wise from La Liga rivalries. While others have used the coins, the skill base, the XP to improve players they already have, or to increase their overall so they can proceed further in campaigns to get campaign players. And then we've got the icons on the other side, and here we go. Let's find out what we're getting in here. Gold, freeze, a player, and it's Bolly. There's another player hiding behind him though. Come on, we've got 2 in here. Come on, cone trial. That's 10,000 wasted. But that's cool. Obviously, it came from EA, so thanks to them. I need to get Control. Can I get away with doing a free squad build without Control? It's not really the same if we don't use all of them, is there? Because look, we've got Pelini, we've got Alisson Jr., we've got Sahim, we've got Gardens, we've got Neres, Almeida, Brack, Bolly, but it's just this Control that we need. Why are you evading us? Oh, I'm gonna have to. Because obviously there's rumours and there's been leaks on Reddit that New Year's is coming. So I want to say FIFA points for New Year's. So we need to see how New Year's goes. I suppose we can see how much we need to spend at New Year's. Then the remainder I'll just spend on free stuff to go and get Control. If not, I'll have to wait for EA to come back. The marketing team to join again on the Tuesday or Wednesday and see if we can get Control sent over then. And then we'll do the full free squad builder. Because I really want to try out a lot of the other guys that I haven't really touched yet. Literally, Sanchez has just been sitting on. I ain't tried him out at all because I want to use him for the squad builder only. And them stats look pretty phenomenal, especially upgraded. I saw Halakat's upgraded Sanchez. His stats look insanely real. At 90 odd, he looks pretty darn good indeed. That's just comparing to Sergio Ramos, who I haven't upgraded yet. Here, so his physical is high in his pace, but his defending is just lower. Although Ramos is getting that plus at the moment because of being in position. So there's that to take into account. But for me, Freeze has been brilliant. I show you him the other day. I traded him up to 91 just because his card design looks immense. Well, they all look immense, but he was the one because I thought centre mid, yeah, we'll go with that. And he's got some pretty ridiculous pace and dribbling attributes anyway. So that's there. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on Freeze below. I think it's been really good. It's almost been like the thought, right, this is an event for Christmas. At Christmas you get gifts. Let's go crazy. Let's let the people have gifts. My worry now is that if future promos aren't as good as this, people could backlash. Because we've seen what they're willing to do with Christmas now. Will they keep it up? Will they turn it down? If we look back to promos last year, there was always this like theme of you had a really good event and then you had a really rubbish event in terms of how easy it was to progress and get things out of. And it was always you had great, rubbish, great, rubbish, great, rubbish. And it just seemed to go in turn. It was almost like they were always trying to progress, trying to find that sweet spot where they could find a gap, because obviously their aim, obviously as a business with a free-to-play game, is to make as much money as they can while keeping users happy, and they need to find that sweet spot where people are happy to spend without people being unhappy. So there's certain events like La Liga Rivalries, like Team of the Season at the end, where they were just pure money investment. There was not really any fun out of it. You were spending because you had to rather than because you wanted to. And then there was events like what's it called? The summer one. What's the official name for it? It was essentially team of the season for leagues that didn't get a team of the season. Won it. We've got the badge. It was called Summer. Where are you at? Did Summer have a badge? Summer Celebrations. That's the one. You had things like Summer Celebrations, which was really, really easy, and it was one of them events where you're playing it, and because you could grind out the events pretty easily, it was one of the ones where like you felt like you were happy to put a couple of FIFA points in to grind out the events further. You didn't feel like you had to. You felt like you wanted to. So it went well that way. Obviously, Global Tour was the same. Global Tour was great, and Global Tour similar to which one we're looking at? Not New Year. Where we're looking at? Have we got the logo? We got the logos for all of them. Did not all of them have logos in the end? What was the one where it was the Japan one? Golden. Oh, I forgot the name of it. It's gone blank. You know the one I mean. The one with the Golden Week. The film festival one. That was great, and like Global Tour, they let us know all the events coming up throughout the week, so you was able to plan accordingly and judge exactly what you needed to do from the start to the end of the promo. And that was absolutely great, because having transparency in events is absolutely fantastic. And it's great. I understand with this one, it was because they're like guessing, you didn't know what was opening. That was a bit like, oh, what's coming, what's not. So I understood with that. That was great. That was fine. But with these, it was great. With that, with Global and with Golden Week, you could just plan accordingly, and it was great because you knew what was coming. You knew exactly how much you could earn from start to finish. You had other events which were just, they didn't do that. You ended up guessing most of the time. You had to sort of predict what was going to happen, and you weren't fully sure if that was definitely what was happening or not. So that was a shame. Obviously, Carnival, that was way too easy in the first one day, so they nerfed it like hell. Wasn't the best decision. It faced a lot of backlash, which was probably rightly so. It was fair to say that they probably did. They should have maybe nerfed it from a business perspective, but at the same time, it should have. I feel like it's always one of the ones where it's like it's their mistake. Just let it ride out, chalk it off as a loss, and move on to the next one rather than face such big backlash, because that was ridiculous. But yeah, I'm excited. Obviously, we had Thanksgiving, which was like a mini weekend. We had Black Friday, the flash sale, which is also like a mini weekend. This has been our first main proper promo, along with La Liga rivalries. And if the rest are like these, I think we can all say it's going to be a pretty good year. Everyone's already a lot higher. It'll be interesting to see how progression goes, because obviously it all feels like we're all aiming. A lot of people are already in their mid-90 brackets, and people who are paying are above 100. It feels like this year we're going to go up higher, especially with this rank ups. It's just, when does it get to the stage where we're doing is just ranking up players every promo, and how does it go over in terms of encouraging us to use a different player? Because when you're ranking a player up, like Ali, I've got to 100 because he's fantastic. And if I'm ranking him up, it's now cost me. You put normal Ali in, it doesn't have to be a league Ali, you just put normal Ali off the market, and 90 base, so anybody who starts at 90, and 95 you'll level up in a rank up token. To get them to 100 in the first place, you've got to spend quite a lot of coins and XP. So it's like in future promos, do they start doing like maybe like Joker cards where it's a token, but it's a player token. So it's like this player is, for example, let's talk about Messi or an icon. Like, is there going to be in a future promo where a token comes out? It's like, this token is a token player, it's a fake player. You can't use them in your squad, but they're equivalent of, say, like a 90 rated player, and you can do it that way. Is that their plan? I don't know. But obviously, when we was playing on the test game at EA, when we went over, we saw teams could go very, very high indeed, like into the 200s. Didn't affect their stats, but we knew that could be done. So it's like, how does that transition happen? But yeah, let me know your comments in the section below. Yeah, in the comment section below. New Year's Eve tomorrow. Let's see what actually comes out with that. We'll have some videos on the way with that. Try and get the free squad out as soon as I can. I just need to get that current trial. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new here. Come follow me on Twitter at joebilinehd, and